going on, everyone? This is your astrology horoscope for June 27th, 2023. I'm astrologer Alex Skiles, and welcome to the Moonbase. Thank you all so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much. Today is a very interesting day. I think today's kind of a precursor to what is coming in July. So the nodes are going to shift into Aries and Libra in July. And as we're waking up today, the moon's going to be opposing Chiron. And it's really going to start kind of foreshadowing what is coming. But the irony of that is that it's going to be mirroring what was going on in 2014 and 2015. And when we're talking about Aries and Libra, like this, we're talking about relationship stuff, you know. And yeah, like it's really interesting how what is coming is going to be mirroring that time. And the Mars retrograde that was happening in 2014, that was crossing the North Node in Libra. And in 2015, when the nodes were still in Aries and Libra, when Venus went retrograde in Leo, because Venus is about to retrograde in Leo as well. So everything that was going on in 2014 and 15 is coming back up. So today, when we're waking up, we are going to have a moon in Libra opposing Chiron. And for some reason, emotions, thoughts, and feelings, old wounds might just be coming out of nowhere, like maybe from a dream state, right? It's almost like we're waking up, like events or people from way back then or when might just shoot in your head. You know how that happens sometimes? Like all of a sudden somebody from fucking middle school you haven't thought about in centuries just pops in your head. Like that's kind of this energy today. Is just old things popping up. You know, Chiron tends to bring up the past a lot. And with the moon in Libra there, it's bringing up thoughts and feelings and emotions towards these relationships. And we're kind of waking up with this energy. And this is really the precursor to what's coming. But overall, I mean, we're really feeling the love with this Cancer energy. Definitely on Monday, when Mercury came into Cancer, it was just like all of a sudden summer really kicked in. I really started feeling that summer energy and that warmth and that kind of Cancerian love of just the flow of just, you know, wanting to be present with the people that make you feel secure, right? And the environment that makes you feel secure. And I've been really feeling that, you know, all of Monday. And it's really going to be a magical summer. Like this moon opposition to Chiron is bringing up some tense stuff, and the moon's going to square Pluto later tonight. So definitely like it's going to be the peak of these intense emotions. Like this is like a fucking boss battle, like Mario and Bowser kind of shit, because the sun's going to oppose Pluto in Capricorn for the last time in our entire lives. And this is very significant. This is a closing of chapters of whatever that may look like for some of you. But I think it's all connected to 2014 and 2015. Because if we go back to that time, especially with this Venus and Leo about to go retrograde, the same spot it did back then in 2015, there's just a lot of things that were like left unsettled, you know, kind of like that Irish goodbye where you just kind of leave and don't say anything. And I just want to kind of take a peek back at that time. I've been thinking about this a lot lately, actually. We'll go to the 6th. And let's head back to 2014. Right here. You see, here we are, 2014. Look at this. July 6th. What are the odds? So if you remember, if you've been following this stuff for a while, in 2014, in February and March, Mars was retrograding, crossing this north node. So it went back and forth, this north node, a couple times. And what is going on? There we go. And this was really like, I can't do this without you. You know, Mars in Libra needs somebody else to get shit done, or to help them get shit done, help them get the motor going. Mars in Libra has a really hard time alone, right? And this was a time where we felt like we couldn't do it alone. And that where we were at is the exact opposite of what we're heading into now. Like, we're heading into the North Node in Aries, where it's like we are the karmic destiny of just like, I got this. Like, I can fight this battle alone if I have to. Like, people are going to be taking that path, and they're not going to really think about it. Aries doesn't think. Aries is that very childlike energy. Like, it doesn't think about what it does. It just kind of does it, and it moves on impulse, you know. And 2014 at that time, and, you know, Uranus on the south node, so we were really acting out of impulse at that time, but also kind of trying to convince ourselves that we couldn't do it alone. And with this, at that time too, wow, the sun was squaring all of this stuff while opposing Pluto. So we had a grand cross at this time, just like that we're coming into here in the next few weeks. And this was the door that was left open. This was the door that you just decided to walk out of and not say anything. And that door is about to get closed. But today, with the moon opposing Chiron, it's like these emotions that are connected to this time are coming up, and like now, like, it's calling us to like actively work through that healing, right? And it can be a lot of pressure, you know. And by tonight, the moon's gonna square Pluto, and that pressure is gonna be felt a little bit. Not a little bit, a lot. Because the moon in Libra is only going to square Pluto a handful of times before it goes back into Aquarius for good for the next 20 years. Like, we're not going to see Pluto in Capricorn in our lives. It's a 266-year cycle. We haven't seen Pluto in Capricorn since we signed the Declaration of Independence. I mean, you know what the fuck is, you know what's going on. So this is that revolutionary energy of really like moving on, moving forward towards, I want to be in this place. I'm going this direction. And if you want to come with me, fine. But if not, like, that's where I'm going. That's kind of how a North Node Aries works. So, yeah, that time in 2014 was just really, really wild. And we don't really feel the need to just hold on to somebody or something or some relationship or friendship that, like, I can't live without you. Like, we're moving out of that. Like, this is the moment where we're finally able to close that door and do it for ourselves and own that shit without even thinking twice about it. So, tonight, by the time the moon squares Pluto, coming into 11 o'clock midnight time, going into Wednesday morning. I mean, this is when those deep feelings and emotions are really going to be activated, and it can create a lot of pressure. Like, Pluto is like a pressure cooker in a sense. So, I mean, we got the South Node dispositing Pluto as well, and the moon shortly after this, the moon's going to cross the South Node for the last time. So, I mean, this Pluto energy, it's all like, this is all like a very final finality energy, like the end of the game, you know, before like you can, you know, get the next game. Like, there's Mario 1, there's Mario 2, there's Mario 3. It's like we're trying to get to Mario 4 right now. And the next version, you know, 4.0 is about to happen come the middle of July. So, yeah, today is kind of a precursor to that. It's very intense. Very, very, very intense. But at the same time, you know, like, we will fall back on and we will lean on this wonderful, positive, beautiful Cancer energy we have going on, you know, where like, if we really do have thoughts and feelings that are connected to relationships from that time, or I think more importantly, what was going on in 2014 and 2015, it doesn't mean that the people you were with or the environment that you were in, that's not where we're at now. We're in a whole different environment. We're in a whole different set of relationships. We're around completely different people than we were at that time. What the real truth is about how these nodal cycles are going to reflect that time is that the karmic things that are going to play out through this next nodal cycle here is simply going to be connected to the experiences that we had. So the experiences we're about to come into and the karmic kind of uncovering that's going to play out over the next 18 months, really, with the nodes being here, like, it's simply going to reflect the scenarios that we were experiencing in 2014 and 2015, but with a whole new set of people, a whole new environment. And it's really allowing us to heal what was going on then and close that door finally. Because I guarantee you, like, you've probably thought the things that you were going through at that time, like, oh, like, I'm past that, like, I'm over it. Like, no, you're not. Like, no, I doubt it. So this is the moment when that's starting to happen. And this boss battle that's coming up probably is just yourself, to be real. You are the boss. You are the boss. And in order to really develop and have healthy relationships, like, you got to get over yourself, right? So just really dive into this Cancer energy and allow it to heal as these things come up. And don't try to control it too much with this Pluto and Capricorn making its final swing here. Like, we really just have to let go of control and let other people's thoughts and opinions guide us. And especially when it comes to the ones we love. And, you know, if we're spending time with family, I feel like we're really wanting to spend a lot more time with our family right now and the people that really make us feel secure the most. That's where we want to be. that's where we want to couple with today is, spend time sharing your thoughts and feelings with the people that make you feel the most secure today. And yeah, I know I have some family members who are having babies this week. I have some really close friends who are having babies this week. It's a lot of warm, new, fresh energy. Like when a new life comes into the world, like it's a new, fresh, thing. It's a fresh start in a sense. And that's the kind of place we want to focus when these kinds of really heavy things come up that can seem to be unsettled or not closed yet, or yeah, a lot of Pluto intensity still coming up here. So Boss Battle 4.0. What the fuck is up? So it's pretty wild. I mean, I want to do a whole lot, or not a live, but I want to do a whole video on just the nodal cycles shifting into Aries and Libra. I'll do an extra long video of that and really dive deep into how this is playing out from 2014 and 2015 and what we're about to go through for the next 18 months. And the irony of that too is this Venus retrograding in Leo in the same spot it went retrograde during the last nodal cycle in 2014 and 15 when the North Node was in Libra. Now we're going to have the North Node in Aries with Venus retrograding in Leo. So this is a complete mirror of that, but it's allowing us to heal and close these doors for good and take on new things, take on new relationships, develop new relationships, and really charge forward with that. And with the North Node in Aries, like, we're not going to be scared to charge forward. And the Grand Cross Square that's going to be coming in July, like, you're going to see, like, people going in multiple directions. Like, the energy right now is pretty warm. Like, this week is a pretty warm week, but by the time we're getting into July, like, we're going to see a lot of, like, I'm going this way, he's going that way, she's going that way. It's just going to be kind of a dispersing kind of like scattering of the herd. That's what's going to be going on. So this is like really amazing times. It's the most pivotal moment of the year, hands down. So I'm going to do a whole video on that. And I'm going to do a whole video on the Venus retrograde too. Maybe I'll combine the two because they're obviously related and not separate from each other. As I was going through the charts and I was like, oh yeah, that's what was going on in 2014 and 2015. And that's what it was, that's why I love astrology. It's all connected. It's never not. And it's always nails it right on the head, So what do we got today? We got the death card. This is the death of that whole time of 2014 and 2015. And this is the beginning of it. And as the moon is opposing Chiron, and these are coming up, and then the moon is going to square Pluto later throughout the day. Like, that is the death moment of that. Like, you know what? Like, I can't believe that is still, like, latching on to my consciousness. Like, what the hell? So this is the moment where we are finally allowing ourselves to let go of that and close that door and close that chapter and get ready for this big shift here, because we're on a new pathway towards a new karmic destiny unfolding and within our relationships. Because at the end of the day, we're here on this planet together. And the most important thing that we have on this earth is the relationships that we have and the people that we are existing with, you know. But before we can have great relationships, like, we have to be right with ourselves. And that's what this Chiron in Aries is kind of showing us, is we're getting right with ourselves. We're getting right with our ego. So today is a death moment of that kind of leftover. Like, these are leftovers that are fucking rotten from 2014 and 2015. So don't eat them. Throw them in the trash. Talk about them. Speak it. You know, be around the people that make you feel the most secure today. So I hope you all have a lovely Tuesday, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.